Thanks for joining us, Tomon. We'll get right to it. We'll start off with Jacob Turner.
Hey, Tomon, appreciate you doing this, man. Can you just walk us through your decision on why you decided to come back and what you're looking to accomplish next year in coming back for another year?
Yeah, it was a tough decision. There was a lot of going back and forth and discussion between like my family, the coaches, and like Tyrone and things like that. But the silent fact is just I didn't like the way how we ended the year. I feel like we have a lot more potential, and I feel like the team can be way better this year. And as for like an individual standpoint, I believe that I have way more left on the table that I could give to Carolina.
One more quick question for you. Tyrone talked about it a little bit, but you guys have obviously known each other for a long time. You say you guys are roommates. What is your relationship like with him, and how have you seen him kind of grow over his career at Carolina as well?
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Like we know each other since high school, and basically like, we do everything together. Like we're like little partners in crime. That's what they call us in the facility there. Like you're not gonna see him without seeing me, and like we do everything together. So I feel like the more reps he's had like in the past couple of years, like we've seen a lot of potential out of him. And it was just what he needed. Like he hasn't had that many reps, but once he's out there, he's a contributing factor to the team.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, we'll move to Andrew Jones.
Hey, Tomon, two questions for you. First one about Tyrone. You just mentioned he got a lot of reps this year. What did you see from him as his game grew during the course of the year that can carry over into next year and we might even see more of?
Yeah, he just definitely showed that his ability to make plays on the field, whether it's in the pass rush game and the dropping in coverage versus the run. He just shows up on the field everywhere. He's a very versatile player. He has a lot of speed, and he also brings another leadership role to the team that we needed, especially for our room, because me and him are the oldest guys.
You said that you have more that you can give to Carolina. How much of your decision to come back had anything to do with what you might do after you leave Carolina?
I had a lot to do. I have NFL aspirations, as you know, but I feel like I need to show more on the field. There's games where I could have been better, and I know I could have done better. And that's what they look for in the next level, just that consistency.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Move to Gregory Hall.
Hey, Tomon, you mentioned those individual contributions that you feel like you could get better at, and you mentioned consistency. So I'm just curious on what your goals are over the off season to make that happen.
Yeah, I already got like a little game plan together with like coaches and everything, just first in my body and then like my mind too. Like make sure I know the playbook in and out. I know all the little nuances of the defense, and then in terms of physically, just being more explosive, getting my quickness better, and just having that overall focus this year.
And when did you know that you were going to come back? Tyrone mentioned that you guys were kind of talking about it a lot all the way up until the Texas A&M game. So I'm just curious when you officially made that decision and what kind of led to the final, like, all right, I'm going to be a Tar Heel one more year.
Yeah, I didn't feel good. You know, after the game, I talked to Tyrone some, but I made the decision the next day to come back. I called my father, my mother, and talked to the coaches about it, and that's just when I made the decision to come back.
All right, we'll go to Greg Barnes.
Tomon, did you get any kind of NFL feedback to help with your decision?
It wasn't more about that. It was just more of a personal decision for me to come back. I knew like where I stood NFL wise, like through coaching moves and things like that. But it was more just a personal decision for me to come back.
And how do you think this defense improved this year, and kind of what are the steps it needs to make for next year?
Oh yeah, I think one of our biggest improvements is having a lot more people play this year. We have more depth. So the biggest thing for that would just be having those younger guys continue to learn the defense even more. That way, when they come in, there's no drop off. You won't be able to notice any difference. Like they come in, they make big plays just like the first rotation.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, Alyssa, you're up.
To do what you guys did this season, to get that kind of exposure with the Orange Bowl being, a national talked about team finally again, how does that help you as far as exposure with the NFL for someone like you that wants to play at the next level?
It definitely helps because they look at us like a winning team now, and we have players capable of playing at the next level. So I think this created a new standard for us. So everybody has to up their game this year, even more so than last year.
All righty, move over to Dina.
Hey, Tomon, how cool is it to be tied with Lawrence Taylor in that sack record, one of the best players to ever play the game?
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling, to be up there with those guys, those guys who are known, throughout the nation. One of the most talked about people that came out of Carolina. So it's a great honor to be up there with them.
Thank you.
And last one with CL Brown. CL, go ahead.
Hey, Tomon, how does this offseason compare to previous ones in terms of it feels like the program has so much momentum right now in turn with returnees, with the signing class ranking and all that kind of stuff. How is there like a different bounce to you guys? Like, do you feel, is there a tangible difference that you can feel when you enter the football building?
Yeah, I just know everybody wants to get to work. Everybody wants to get right back to the season again because they know what we did last year and how much we can improve on. So like right now we're like in a little discretionary period, but all the guys are coming out almost every day on the field is doing workouts on their own and things like that. So I just know everybody's hungry to get back.
Do you feel like you guys are pushing each other maybe more than you did in the past? Like the standard just got raised, so you guys are trying to live up to a new expectation, possibly?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that as far as like last year, we had a lot of people doing the individual things to get better, but now we're bringing each other up and we're trying to create this new standard out here that everybody has to rise to. So I feel like this year, most definitely that it's a big team thing instead of more of an individual thing to get better.
Thank you.
All right, Tomon, much appreciated. Thanks for the time.